Yesterday, I was looking forward to recording some action-packed ruins fighting from the old Imperium KVK. Instead, I got some small little action here and there. But then I realized this is probably a good opportunity to talk about the ideal fighting strategies for free-to-play or low spenders in Season of Conquest. Now, if you look at the battle report from the fight that you just saw, I got positive trades. I was using T4s and the opponent was using T5s. But then I only managed to get that because I was the fifth person hitting the opponent and no one else was hitting. However, if we change the scenario a little bit where it's say 6 versus 6, so this is not still a good replication of a real life KVK battle scenario, but still it's a little bit bigger than what we saw. Now in this case, my Attila has lost some health already, and from time to time when I'm getting targeted, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to walk back, and then as soon as I'm not targeted, I'm trying to get back into the fight. So what I needed to make sure the whole time is I'm not getting targeted at all, because soon I'll show you if I get out of position, if I start getting targeted, how the trades are gonna look like. Now the truth or the reality is, as much as you try, you will always have these moments where you get targeted. The only thing that you can do in these cases is try to walk back as fast as you can. Now I did a mistake there. For a little second I dragged it back rather than hitting the return button. I rectified that pretty quick. Now the reason why I'm hitting the return button, because my city is on home territory. If I drag my march back to home territory, then my march walks back much faster. On the other hand, if I'm just dragging on the screen where it's not our alliance territory, then it obviously walks a little slower and then still gets quite a few hits on the way back. Now as you can see, I dragged back and then I came back to finish off that march so that I get some kills. Now let's look at the report. So when I'm not targeted, I'm getting semi-fair trades. When I am being targeted, it's horrible. Fighting with T4 non-maxed commanders without crystal tech, this is how it looks like. Now if you want to make sure that you are getting more of those trades where you're not getting targeted, you need to be in a ball. So when I looked up, I saw that 1254 and 1556 is having a lot of fighting, whereas we kind of owned our altar without any fight. So I started looking up top to see how the action is, and then I realized that if I was in this fighting, or if you as a small spender or a free-to-play you are in this fighting, then if you're participating in the fighting on the side where you can kind of see each of the marches, then you are actually at risk. It's more likely that you're gonna get smashed because people can pick you out to hit you a little bit more there. Now look at all those 1254 marches. Oh my god, that's a lot. Now how does 1556 look like? They don't have as big a ball. They have numbers but not as many. How they're still managing to get to the altar is kind of a surprise, but either way 1254 is strongly holding it. But anyways, going back to the free to play or low spender fighting scenario, so rather than fighting on the sides, if you're a free to play low spender, then you need to make sure you're in the middle of the ball and you have marches that can maybe do AoE, and then if you're in the middle of the march, then you can do little drag outs to hit someone and then come back. Or even if they target you, somehow they manage to click on your march and target you, then you walk back a little bit, and that's how you make sure that you're not taking too much damage, you're not getting targeted, but still you're meeting some of the kill requirements that your alliance or your KD may have based on your power. Now if you're a free to play or a low spender, the ideal power for you is under 65 million power. In that way, if you're in a big KD, then there's no expectation from you. As long as you're participating somewhat, the KD will be happy because you're not impacting their matchmaking. Now that whilst we are looking at this, something else I thought I mentioned, just look at the marches, see how many Guans, how many XYs you can see, and there were quite a few Nevskis as well. So these are the most common marches. Now when we zoomed out, did you see how there's like little tiny tiny dots in the middle. So you want to be one of those dots in the middle so that you are part of a ball where it's hard to get targeted. So it's power in numbers. That's the power that a free-to-play or a low spender should be looking for. Now the little skirmishes that I had was quite costly. I didn't get that many kills. You saw the reports. There were only a few more of them. Now we will be covering more of our accounts journey here. If you want to see more of these videos, don't forget to like and subscribe.